Hi everyone, Optimus Prime here. In today's review, I'll be taking a look at the Transformers The Last Night Yolopark AMK Pro Optimus Prime. And I just want to say thank you guys for voting once again on my community poll. And this is also one of the other figures you guys wanted me to review on this channel. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for voting. And I'll be doing more. Hopefully sometime soon, once I've finished reviewing the last two remaining figures I haven't reviewed yet. So once I get those ones finished, I'll do another YouTube poll, and hopefully I can put some other figures that I haven't reviewed, and hopefully I can review those on this channel. It may take a while for me to publish this video. It does tend to take a while for me to edit my videos on CapCut, and it does take a while for me to do it. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. But yeah, so yeah, I'll be using CapCut now on the rest of my videos, and it may take a while for me to do the reviews. So yeah. Sorry about that, but yeah, I'll hopefully I can try to do the reviews as I can when I'm not busy stuff. So but yeah, I'll try to do some reviews as I can. So yeah, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, thank you guys once again for voting, and hopefully, who knows what figure I'll review next. So yeah, and I got this figure at early 2025 when I was at the Brisbane convention, and I was going to some places there in Brisbane I haven't been to in a very long time, and there's one place I haven't been to in Brisbane in a very, very long time, and that shop was Comic Book Heroes. So I was looking in Comic Book Heroes looking for some Transformers figures, and I saw if I had this guy in a glass cabinet for $70, and I just kept staring at it, and been looking at the rest of the other figures, and I couldn't say no picking this figure up, because this is a beautiful figure, and there's just a lot of nice paint on this figure. And he's pretty weighty too. There's some die-cast parts on him as well, on his feet, I'm pretty sure. Some on his shins, and some on his collarbone. But I don't know where else. But yeah, he has some metal on him, just to make him a bit more heavier. But yeah, and this is like one of my first ever highly detailed, movie accurate action figures that's in my collection. So yeah, and I'm pretty happy I have them, and there's just a lot of nice molded and sculpted in details everywhere. And sadly, when I got him, he's missing some of his other accessories he was meant to come with originally. I'm missing his other hand accessories, his swappable hands they can swap out. Sadly, when I got him, he didn't have those, and he didn't had his sword that he had in the last night that he almost killed Bumblebee with, and there's meant to be a peg here that would attach to his arm to his vector shield. Sadly, I do not have that. And the other thing too, sadly, I'm missing is his battle mask that you can swap out on his face. And the other thing too I'm missing, sadly, is the Nemesis Prime red stripe paint that will go across his mask, well, his face. And I'm also missing his Autobot logo accessory that would line up his eyes to change them to purple or blue. and his display stand. So yeah, I'm missing quite a lot of pieces, sadly, but hopefully I can try to look for some of his missing pieces, hopefully. But I don't know if the light still works. I've been trying to figure it out and trying to find a way to turn it on. I know it's a magnet turn on, but I don't know if the batteries are dead. But yeah, they little button batteries that'll go inside of his head. But yeah, and Yolopark is a company that that makes Transformers figures that you build, basically like model kits, and you basically have got to put them together and build them. And this one is pretty cool. He has got like a endoskeleton once you start building him, like the inner shell of his skeleton with his articulation, and on top of that you start to build his armor, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, there's a nice burnt, well, like a nice metallic blue paint, like the smokestack's been too hot when he's in his truck mode, in his Western Star truck. My English isn't working. But yeah, there's just a lot of nice paint, and some parts on them does tend to fall off from my figure, so which can be quite annoying. And for his accessories, he comes with his Sword of Judgment, which is sculpted in really nicely, and has got some nice metallic blue paint and red paint on his sword. And he has, well, his sword has got some Cybertron glyphs on his sword, which is done really nicely. And it's missing the red piece too on my sword, but it has this, thankfully. But yeah, it's what it is, sadly. But yeah, although it's sculpted in really nicely, and you can attach it in his hand if you really wanted to, just like that. And here's Optimus Prime's Vector Shield, which is painted and sculpted in very nicely as well. And there's a hook peg or clip that you can attach his sword onto, like the Studio Series figure did. And there's also silver paint, like battle damage, on him as well. But yeah, it's sculpted in really nicely. But sadly, I wish that I had the clip that would attach here, that you can attach his shield to, but sadly I do not have that piece, which I wish I had. And you can attach his shield on his back, just like that. And that's basically it for Optimus Prime's storage mode and his accessories. So for his articulation, we'll take off his accessories once again. He has a ball joint on his head, and another one on top of that as well, that his head connects to. So yeah, you get double ball joints on him, on his neck. He can't do a full 360, sadly, due to his collarbones being in the way. He can look down that far, and he can look up that far. He also has a ab crunch as well, and he has a waist swivel as well. And his arms can go on a full 360, but his shoulder pads are in the way. But yeah, they can go on a full 360, and they can go out that far. He has a bicep swivel as well, and on my one, it likes to slide off the peg on my one, which is annoying. And you can position his shoulder pads however you like, but I'm just going to leave them how they are for now. He has a double jointed arm, well, elbow, and you can move this piece as well. And he has a wrist swivel, and he has moving fingers as well, but not individual, sadly. But yeah, and he has another hinge on his hand as well, and I'm pretty sure that's where you attach the blade on him as well. And his thumb is on a ball joint as well. So yeah, not a whole much articulation on his fingers, but I wish he had individual moving fingers, and I'm pretty sure he does with his other hand accessory, but I do not have it, sadly. And this one is just a normal fist, and this piece likes to pop off of my copy, but you can just attach it back on like that. His legs can, well, if you lift these front of his skirt, however you like to call it, there's a weird hinge that would allow him to kick like that. I think this is a I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, and it gives him a very, very insane kick. Yeah, there's no way that anyone could do that. Ow, that hurt. That looks like that's gonna hurt, but yeah, ouch. His legs can go back that far. His legs can go out this far. And he has a double jointed knee. So yeah, you get a really nice knee bend. And one thing too I like about when you move his knee, it moves the other part too, which actually kind of reminds me of a Automorph, which I do in fact miss nowadays with older features on toys. And he has an ankle tilt as well, and you can lift it up and down, and his toe can lift up as well if you want to put him in insane poses. So yeah, that's basically it for his articulation, and it's pretty good for what it is. I don't know if I missed anything else on him, but yeah, just a lot of articulation, and you can put him in a lot of cool looking poses. So yeah, so for size comparisons, here he is with the last night premiere edition Leader Class Optimus. It's the exact same mold as the Age of Extinction mold, but I prefer this one more than the original mold. And one sec, my fingers are trying to fall off. And here he is with the Silver Knight Optimus Prime, which is my movie Ultra Magnus, which I do think works, actually. So yeah, that's my movie Ultra Magnus. And sadly, we do not have a Yolopark Megatron to go with him. The only Last Night Megatron I have is the Premier Edition Leader Class Megatron. And this is also one of the other figures I'll be reviewing very soon. And on my copy, his legs are very loose, and he does like to fall down a lot on my copy. But yeah, they look really cool together. Oops, that was the lamp. Oops. And here he is with another Yolopark figure they made. Here he is with the Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee. You can see how they look together, and they look pretty good together. So yeah, this one's all plastic, and this one has got plastic and metal on top of it, and this is more highly detailed. This is the normal stuff I do, but for the AMK Pro, I just go all out on a figure like this. And here he is with a itty bitty small last night, well, Edge of Extinction Optimus. See how they look together. And last but not least, here he is with the Studio Series Age of Extinction Optimus. And I really do love this figure a lot, and I haven't reviewed him on the channel before, and I've never transformed him before. I've never ever transformed him before. When I first ever got him, I have not transformed him at all, and I just displayed him like this forever. But yeah, you can see how they look together, and they look pretty cool. This is the post-night version, and this is when he grabs the sword and he has more armor on his arm. So yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's review on the Transformers Yolopark The Last Night Optimus Age of Extinction Prime. And if you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, please consider liking and subscribing, and make sure to hit the notification bell to make sure when I do some new uploads, so don't forget to do that. And so yeah, and until when I do some more uploads, hopefully. But yeah, and make sure to check out my other social medias if you really wanted to. Check out my Roblox user, Optimus Prime. Check out my Xbox user, BoogerBrain08. And I just had nothing to do on there, so yeah, so I'll be doing another channel, Optimus Prime Gaming, so I don't know when I'll be making that, but hopefully sometime soon, hopefully. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.